Sometimes a suspect or prospect will say that they consider our offer is expensive, our product or our service is seen as expensive. Well, that's an interesting comment, and I guess firstly I would like to know compared to what and how do they perceive expensive. In my mind, something can be twice as much as something else but not be expensive because it could be value for money. So the word expensive says to me that the prospect or suspect doesn't see the value in what you're offering, doesn't see the extra benefit in the quality or the service, in the way that the product is manufactured, in the way it's delivered, whatever the case may be. They therefore see that they're paying too much for what you're offering. In that case, either you are too expensive, and if you are indeed too expensive, then I've got to really question why you're working for this organisation if you don't believe in the value of the product or service. So in real terms, if you don't have an alignment with the company, there's a problem there. However, in real terms, most products or services aren't expensive, even though they could be twice or even 10 times more expensive than their competitive product. So a car is a car is a car. Is that the case between a Ferrari and perhaps a Lada? I would suggest there's a big difference, but they both have 4 wheels, they have a steering wheel, they have gears. They're just cars. No, one would argue they could be distinctly different. Well, the same goes with your product and service and others. So if anyone says that you are expensive, you haven't done something yourself to differentiate what you have compared to the other products. So the first question we really need to establish is, hey, I hear that you're saying we're expensive, in comparison to what? Now, what will often happen then is the suspect or prospect will tell you what they're comparing your product or service with, and straight away you'll realize that it's not apples for apples. The comparison that they're making is not fair. So then you can differentiate what you have as an offering compared to the competitor without putting the competitor down, but allow people to know, this prospect or suspect to know, that their comparison isn't really relevant. So very, very important to understand when somebody says that they perceive you as expensive, that you actually find out compared to what. The next thing to actually clarify with them is, appreciate you're making a comparison. So what is it that you like about our product or service compared to the other company? And what you'll often find is that they see there is some value in what you have to offer compared to the competition, but they don't see that the differential, the difference between your price and the price of the competitor is, there's not enough value in that differential. And again, maybe it's because you haven't sold that or explained that or found their need that you could resolve with the solutions that you have in your product or service. So let's be really, really clear when people talk about being expensive compared to what, and then find out that differential to make sure that you are clear about what that differential is and how you can overcome it. Because chances are, if your product or service was too expensive, if it wasn't truly value for money, just like perhaps buying a Ferrari or a Lamborghini compared to other brands, there's some value in that. Is it expensive? No, it's just value for money at a different level. Maybe the people that you're dealing with are shopping beyond their means, so it's about getting that balance right. So when anyone tells me that I'm selling something that is too expensive, I know that as a salesperson, I've got to do something about understanding their situation and then also differentiating my product and service compared to my competition. Go for it.